Let's take a look at our rosters. They're presented by PNC Bank. And, of course, Jay Rich is back. Larry Sanders is out. He's got a sinus infection. In that 3's company squad, again, led by Michael Beasley and Mario Chalmers. This one will be good. Our rules for the Big 3. Hey, first team to 50 wins. You got to win by 2. Once we hit 25, we go right to the half. Listen, there is no shot, no game clock, 14-second shot clock, and that 4-point shot, always a difference maker here in the Big 3.
Are you ready?
Here's Chalmers. Gets the handoff from Beasley. He sets the screen. They said the key is they got to make this guy here go right. He gives it up to Rush. His jumper's no good.
But you see the two-man game between Chalmers, Beasley already created an open shot. Rush just not able to knock it in.
That 3, good.
Good ball right there. And even the rebound right there.
Nate, when you know, people don't understand how challenging it is playing 3-on-3. They think it's just, you know, guys running around, but the challenge part of defensively how to guard, but also offensively to get some shots. What was it like for you?
For me, it was difficult because a lot of these big guys don't want to, you know, they don't do the pick and roll. They just want to post up, you know, post you up. And I never knew how much energy you lose by, you know, when you post up. It's crazy. I'm like, man, it feels like you're running up and down the court, banging with the big guys down there. I'm like, yo, okay, it's a little different, but there's no help on certain areas where you're used to 5-on-5, where you got help defense. And right here, it's just real. It's like you're on the island, you're by yourself to see how good your defense is. And you see how easy it was for Mario to get there. And usually you get somebody there blocking that shot.
Chalmers, the bucket and ones.
Well, I think going back to this, Nate, this is why in 3-on-3, one-on-one defense is paramount.
Important.
Because if you get beaten off the dribble, like you said, especially if you got the weak side spread, you don't have that back line help. And even if he comes a little bit later, now you're going to have a 2-on-1 on the weak side.
You just got to keep your man in front and make them, you know, contest jump shots. If they make jump shots, live with it. But no layups. For sure, no layups.
Here's Dibman.
The pass, the flare.
Jay Rich driving, uses the left hand. It's good.
Not quick, but Jay Rich that time with a little pump fake and a late closeout by Beasley. Again, we talked about the premium of playing one-on-one defense. You get broken down off the dribble, you're going to give up layups.
Here's Brandon Rush, slips and falls.
The Vetty move right here, look, just a little up fake. Beasley with his right foot back gave him the baseline, basically thinking maybe that he had some backline help, but he didn't.
Nah, you can't help off shooters. You got to say Mario's on the outside. You can't help off shooters. You got to stay home. You by yourself right there, Bees.
They give it to Beasley. Working on Richardson. 1 second on the shot clock. He's got to know it's only 14. It's in the NBA.
It's not quick. 24. It go fast, trust me.
Right? And I think that's one of the Ice Cube and Jeff Quadden has done a great job of each year trying to figure out ways to improve the game. I think adding the 14-second shot clock previously forces guys to have to speed up their offense, but also it picks up the pace of play.
Yeah, they need to add 5 seconds back to the basket to post it up. I think I would have benefited from that. Guys posting you up from the 3-point line.
Beasley misses that 3. Detman the rebound. Thought about the 4.
He'll get one up, trust me.
Here's Juwan Summers. Short. Rush will clear it. To Rio, you want to guard him.
That's going up.
4. Too strong.
It's crazy how Steph Curry opened up the game and he can shoot those 4s like it's nothing. And
how about Denton for 4?
JV and 1.
That's way off. Beasley.
He goaltended his own shot.
He did.
Oh, man, that's tough.
Well, he tricked off the layup. I mean, smart play. Again, you recognize when the ball doesn't hit the rim, you can take it straight back up. Took that one for granted right there, kind of left his hands. Uneasy, and that time tapped it up. Any easy call for the official right there.
So far, Beasley 0 of 4 from the field.
Shooters keep shooting. Don't worry about the percentage.
Had 26 in his debut last week. Tri-State lost to Power by 15 last week.
The 1-foot jumper.
And it's good. And it's a 3.
You know what's crazy is like when Justin Dillon went to UW, when I went to UW,
Right.
And he used to shoot these shots, the 1 foot leg. But he used to shoot those. We used to always tease him like, man, that ain't gonna work. Like he was doing that in 05, 04, 04, 05. We were like, bro, that's not gonna work, bro. Just stop doing it. And he's really making them all the time like that. And it's good to see him still doing it to this day.
Well, you appreciate this, Brian. Back in the day when I was with the Mavericks, Dick Monk, he used to put a chair and do stuff. We used to do a lot of those 1 foot down the lane
runners.
Yeah. Because he knew, don't get all the way to the basket, but get this shot right here because that's the gap inside. Steve Nash.
He loves doing that.
Yeah. Now, he can do it off either foot, which made it more effective for him offensively.
Pittman again. Fades. No. Knocked away from Summers. Chalmers to Beasley. Turns, faces, drives, uses the body, and kisses it off the glass.
What?
10-7. Our score, 3-point lead for Tri-State. Here's Jay Rich coming off the curl, and he pounds it home.
He still got young legs. Jay Rich still got young legs.
Boy, the word young is all relative. He still got up, not Jay Rich up, but he still got up and put it in.
12-7 our score, thanks to Jason Richardson off to a hot start. Our score, Tri-State on top of 3's company. Let's take a look now at the Microsoft Player of the Week. And you guys have to vote. And the vote is in, and it was Michael Beasley as the BIG3 Player of the Week with 26 points in his debut. He's with the 4th member of our team, Brian Scalabrine. Scal.
All right, thanks, Brian. I'm here with the Week 1 Player of the Week. First of all, congratulations for winning Week 1 Player of the Week. What do you do for an encore?
What do I do for what?
Yeah, just like your second week. What are you going to do to back it up? When you're, obviously we watch you play, pick up all the time. How different is playing 5-on-5 versus 3-on-3 for you?
4 players.
That's it. Thanks, Mike.
Hey, Scal, you got work on that, man. Hey, Scal, don't let that man intimidate you like that.
Not intimidate.
Come on, Scal, you better than that.
I ain't going to beg him to talk.
Facts. I'm with you, Scal.
Hey, Scal, all you can do is
one-word answer.
Ask the question, man.
One-word answer he was giving you, bro.
I'm going to tell you this. Your interview, you were awesome. So I don't care what happened after that, you were on point.
Beasley got to give you something, though. You got to help with something. Dang. He gave you no energy whatsoever.
Your boy Michael Rappaport wants to talk to you.
Hey, but remember Mike and Cat when we first started, when you would go at it?
Yes.
Like that?
Oh, my, what a block there by Beasley. It'll stay with Tri-State.
But, you know, the league has always had some characters in a good way.
Yes.
First year with Trilogy, it was
Sean McCann.
Yep. You know what I mean? But it brought a level of enthusiasm and excitement, too, stepped out of bounds right there. But it added a little something more than just the game, the personality part, which is really great with this. The guys can really, I think, expand their personality a lot more. You know,
you need that in basketball.
But I think with Beasley is he knocks down that 3. It's good. I think that's part of his aura. I think if you know him, I think he's different. But,
he is.
But I think that's part of the aura. You know, hey, I'm mysterious.
He's probably locked in right now. He probably wants to stay locked in.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, lay it up.
Summers tried to go behind his back, lost it. Beasley gathers, lays it in.
Summers doing too much dribbling, man. Just go lay it up. You got a baby on you.
And that's one thing, too. You can't, I mean, if you turn it over closer to the
It's a
basket,
layup.
it's a layup.
Yeah, it's a layup.
12-12 is the score again. First team to 25, we go to the half. Wipe through, Richardson driving. And he'll go to the line.
His focus, Beasley just dialed in.
So Jason Richardson will go to the line, and here at the BIG3, you shoot 1 shot to make 2 for 2 points.
Nate, how challenging was it when you guys first started, knowing that you didn't really have the practice time to kind of put in place, get continuity, to kind of get a feel for your teammates?
Man, it was difficult because we had to rely on guys knowing the game of basketball, knowing we're spacing. You know, like the thing that they teach you in the league over the span that you played. And what we did, we knew that Jason liked to be, you know, open court, and we got out of the way and let him do his thing. When I came in, we're doing pick and rolls. When I played with Stat, we threw the ball down low or got him to the elbow where he wanted to get. And it works. Because if you don't have spacing in 3-on-3, a team can lock you up.
Yep. Scales hits that three. 3's Company 1-point lead. Here's Jay Rich. Gets the screen.
Beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Knocks it down. Richardson's now got 8 points.
Get money.
Here's the 4-point shot by Chalmers, way off.
Young legs.
That's young legs, all relative to. Still relative, but over
reverse like this.
I know, yeah.
Come on, man.
Hey, listen. I tell people, see Scales get a shot challenge, and Jay Rich right there. It's not the part of getting up, as you know. It's when you land when you get older, where the pain tends to come in.
one thing I like about how Jay Rich plays is when he gets that rebound, he runs. You got to knock that down.
Chalmers misses the three.
You know why he missing right now? Mario, we was at a 4-point. We had a 4-point competition yesterday, all day yesterday. Mario, he shot the ball really well, and then today it's kind of off right now.
I tell you what ain't off. Right there, Jay Rich.
And that was the and one too. Smacked him in the head. He should shoot free throws.
Chalmers will exit. Michael Beasley returns. And Garland Green will check in as well for Tri-State.
Look at it, you got 2 bigs and 1 guard right now. For the league and what you think, is it more conducive to play maybe 2 guards and 1 big to keep the spacing?
It depends, because years ago when we played power, they had all big.
Well, yeah.
And
the league has changed since then.
Yeah, they've been posting up, and they switched everything on defense to make it difficult.
Yep.
But I mean, now you got somebody that can score and run around and move that gets guard tired. That's what we did. We used to play with 2 small guards with me and JD and a big, or sometimes me and JD and Jason have scoring out there, and we'll deal with the, if they want to post up, let them post up. They're taking 2s while we're getting 3s and trying to get 4s and 1s.
Jason Richardson's now got 10 points. And his Tri-State squad has a 5-point lead. And Justin Dittman told me, he said, this game's going to be different because Jay Rich is back.
Well, but also, too, look at the matchups. Jay Rich is back now. When you have the switches, Jay has a big man on him. Oh, a great move in the foul. But now you got to give him space where you don't want to give him a drive, but you don't want to get beat. But that just opened it up for Jay Rich with that rhythm dribble to get right into a shot and let it go.
I think one thing they've noticed, too, Nate, especially this season with the Big 3, they think obviously the league has gotten younger. It seems more skilled.
More skilled.
Guys making more shots. Yeah, it's getting competitive.
But it goes back to, I think, the evolution of the league. Like you talked about the first year when Trilogy won it, it was all about power. They want to power you. You had to try to stop that. But like we've seen in the NBA, guard play, 3-point shooting, court spacing is so important.
Yeah.
So now you're drafting different in the Big 3, and you see that with the roster creation from most of the teams.
Good move by Deadman. They say the foul's on the floor.
That's a continuation. I think the referees got to do a better job of knowing what's continuation or not.
Yeah, but we have that issue too in the league. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Seriously, we still have that.
Got to be like, come on, man.
Here's Dittman again. Gets the screen, pulls up, knocks it down. Look, he had 13 last week.
He can put the ball in the basket. That's one thing I know JD can do.
He's got 7 now. Scales. Pull back 3.
Nice.
Dittman for 4.
But that's what you were talking about right there. That time, Jay Rich sprinted to the three-point line, but then he got it to Dittman. Yep.
I think there's going to be a call to hold.
See, that's what I'm saying. Any pick and roll, you just got to switch and live with the results. Because once you switch, I mean, once you try to hedge or something, that roll man going to be wide open every time.
They hailed Julian Wright as he rolled to the basket. Chalmers going to check back in. Scales will have his seat for 3's company. Tri-State just 3 points away from sending it to the half.
So now they're going big. Let's see how they play now.
Check your lineup for Tri-State. Garland Green, Jason Richardson, and Dewan Summers. Wright misses the free throw. He'll go to 3's company.
You can't give that up right there.
You got to box out the free throw line.
Didn't put a body on Beasley. Summers didn't just anticipated maybe a shot was going in.
He's got the rock now. Beasley in the lane. No. Rebound. Summers driving. And he'll go to the line.
You know what's funny is that every time somebody foul, they think they don't never foul.
Of course.
Until you see the replay. Until you see the replay, Mario, that's a foul.
You speaking from experience?
Yeah, I do it all the time. I foul purposely. Like, I didn't even touch you. Like, come on, ref. Just to get on the ref nerves.
Oh my God!
Because you know for me, I'm little. They don't really. There's no way you can see me foul him, bro. You ain't looking way down there. You're not looking down there, bro. Come on, bro.
The games we play with officials, right?
Here's Dewan Summers.
Try to get by every time.
He knocks it down, and now Tri-State just a point away from sending it to the half, and looking for their first win of the season as well. Here's Chalmers. Crossover in the lane.
Offensive foul.
They call travel. That should have been travel.
Yeah, they called that foul.
Everybody say Mario's having a tough one today.
On that pick right there. Illegal screen.
Yeah, no, I would have called the travel. I wouldn't have called the foul.
But see, he called it, because he called it before. It was going to be a turnover one way or the other.
Yeah,
I don't know about the
Tri-State on this 10-2 run here, trying to send this one to the half. First team to 25, we go to the half.
Pass.
Open 3.
Pass.
No good.
That's us.
And went off of Beasley.
I'm trying to stay all the way, baby. I'm trying to stay all the way.
See, now you in the booth now.
That's my squad,
So
bro.
you in the booth now. Now it's not a us or a we. Right. Unless you're talking about University of Washington. Okay, I give you that one.
Did that go off of Beasley? Look, how about that? This went off of Beasley.
Yeah, that went off Beasley, but they've been messing it up they're consistently messing it up.
They're reviewing it.
Yeah.
Okay, about time. They could review the other two that he messed up.
They get it to Jay Rich. Summers, the jumper.
Hey, they can't throw a rock in the ocean, Mr. Summers.
Hey, good shots,
Keep
though.
shooting it. Yeah, keep shooting it. They'll fall. Hey, is he hacking him?
Beasley.
Hold up, straight right in his face.
Here's Jay Rich for 3.
Halftime.
We go to the half. Biggest lead of the game for Tri-State, thanks to Jason Richardson. Jay Rich with 12.
Carrying him.
Jay Rich able to identify where the three-point line was at, able to knock it in.
Thanks to Jason Richardson as we take a look at the Big 3 Heat Vision. It's powered by Microsoft, and man, Jay Rich was red hot.
Well, but you talked about it, Nate, about the importance of Jay Rich
They need him big time, honestly. Like he was a prolific scorer in the league, did his thing in the league, bring it over to the Big Three, showing these guys what it's like to go in there and shoot and make shots. You see his shot chart, only missed 2 from the corner 3, 1 from the wing. Everything else he's made, he got inside out. He's playing the game the right way.
27 of their points, 15 of them came from Jason Richardson. Right now, he's with Scout. Let's see if this interview goes better for Scout.
It definitely will.
I'm sure it will. First of all, Dave Robinson claimed you're going to have an unreal first week. You were gone last week, but man, came in, locked in all the way. They just showed your highlights, showed your shot chart on the Microsoft Heat Vision, all lined up forward and back. How you feel out there?
I'm feeling good. Just trying to bring energy to this team. I couldn't play last week being in COVID protocols, but I just want to bring energy, help my team get a win. We don't want to go down 0-2, and just get the guys to play as a unit.
Big time goals for this season for your squad?
Yeah, big time. You know, we came close. We were #1 seed last year, finished 3rd. We want to try to get a championship, especially Dr. J. The trophy named after him. He never played for one, so we want to get one for him.
All right, thanks, Jay Rich.
Yep.
Now that's how you do it.
That's how you do an interview.
That's how you do it.
Veterans, you feel me? Talk to the vets, talk to the OG vets, and that's what you get. Good feedback, good energy.
Yeah, he's right about that. You know, your tri-state squad. I mean, you guys really came on towards the end and then came a little bit short.
Yeah, we came a little bit short. Me, Jason, we couldn't make no shots. We got all the way to the Bahamas and picked the wrong day to miss a lot of shots. So I mean, to make them, and we didn't make them that game. So
here's the leading scorers from the first half. Jay Rich had 15. Beasley had 11. As we begin the second half, keep in mind, first team to 50 wins this game. You gotta win by 2 in the Big 3.
They're about to get the bonus quick. Mario, that's two quick fouls.
And again, the importance of the bonus.
You get the ball back.
There you go.
That's love.
Well, that's part of the
foul.
Yeah, that's part of the strategy too. Knowing when you're in the bonus and you get 4 seconds on the shot clock.
Jay Rich,
inside out. But adding everything.
At the end of the game, to understand time and score and what the foul situation is, to be able to get into the penalty early, to be able to retain possessions late, I think is very important to winning and losing games when it's close.
Yeah, we won a couple games last year. I think one game like that last year, where we kept getting fouled. We got the free throws and came back down. We was down like 12 or 13 and ended up winning the game. So it can happen.
Jay Rich has now got 17. Summers. Oh my!
Summers, you don't make no jumpers. Go get a layup. Go get a dunk. Easy too.
But also, again, you talked about the communication. Where they're going to switch Michael Beasley and Chalmers or what happened.
He went for the switch and the swipe.
Exactly.
17-2 run for Tri-State. They are rolling, looking for their first win of the season. We're in Chicago. It's the Big 3. Can you get it all at store.big3.com. 31-17 our score here. Here's Mario Chalmers. Gets the screen from Beasley, turns the corner, lays it in.
I mean, it's a simple play. With Bees, you can't take your body off of them a lot of times, and they didn't switch.
He's got to go under. Live with the results.
Here's Jay Rich.
I mean, this one, open side corner on the strong side, so you don't have help coming in, and then
gotta switch it.
And Summers, they don't talk. And Rich, again, you're guarding
that rush, a shooter.
A shooter.
He's getting hot. He's heating up.
He played 4 seasons in the NBA, played overseas as well. He was a second-round pick in 2009, largest lead here for Tri-State. Step back, rush.
You got to drive him.
Yeah, but here's the key right here for 3's company is on the defensive side, can they get enough stops?
Summers again.
That's 8 points and a half. That's easy, 8 points too.
Tri-State knocking down the ball. The doctor likes it. He should. They're up 15. 3's company. 3's tangling with Tri-State. We'll see you next week in the Big D Summer Hoops here on CBS. 37-22 is our score, and so far it's been the Jason Richardson Show.
Well, but ultimate professional. Didn't play last week because of COVID protocol, but he kept himself in shape mentally and physically, able to come out. It's not easy when you haven't played. The other players have to kind of put your game and not be tired, but Jay Rich right now is ready to play ultimate professional.
Kids, if you're watching, please watch the shot selection that the man is taking. Very efficient.
Juan Summers and Jason Richardson have accounted for 30 of Tri-State's 37 points to this point. And Summers fouls Beasley.
What's interesting about 3's company is this. Out of a timeout, when they run set plays, they either get a good look or they get a foul. It's when they're just joining, when the game is going on, when they don't run their set plays, they don't get the same kind of shots and looks at the basket as they could get.
Beasley took it, rubbing his hip. He's got it now.
You only hurt on defense.
Real talk. That part right there. Exactly.
You play offense, you straight.
What?
Right. I feel good.
Take it up.
That one's knocked away. Jay Rich.
Look, Jay Rich.
But see,
That around the ball.
But beat rush.
His momentum was carrying him out. That's why he didn't turn around.
But off the turnover, he kind of brought the ball out. He could have turned and went and took
it up. Yeah.
So now your lack of getting that 2-point shot gave 2 to Jay Rich.
That shot short by Beasley. Got a little hitch in his giddy up.
Yeah.
From that hip.
I tell you one thing, I always say this.
Down.
The floor don't give, man. That's why it's important that you stay off the floor.
Yeah, stay off the floor.
I had a lot of games with Memphis this year, and John Moran, I mentioned it before, is that as athletically gifted that he is, he hits the floor too much.
Yeah,
Wayne Wade.
Exactly. AI used to do that too. They hit the floor.
Good block. Right, recovers. Block.
Even on that one, Chalmers, normally you could help. See Beasley going back to the so.
A little stretch. Right.
Hopefully it's just a stinger.
We kind of tripped him and then he fell on him.
Summers is still cooking.
Hot.
He is cooking. Summers with 15 now.
Yeah, Mario having a tough one.
Yeah, left that one short. Tri-State just 9 points away from victory. Here's Rio. The drive. And bangs
Get you a
out.
layup. Get it going, Mario.
So now Scales will check in as we take a look here at Beasley. This is how Beasley got hurt.
Watch the trip.
Right there.
Bam trip. And they put
the weight on him.
Yeah.
How about Michael Cooper coming in a little bit more offense with Scales, or shooting wise with Alex Scales. Chalmers trying to make a run here, but defensively got to get a lot of stops.
Here's Chalmers for 3. Yes.
Now you have
Richardson driving, lays it in.
It's a clinic out here. Jay Rich, show him how to do it.
He's got 21.
He almost got more points than their whole team.
Oh, Chalmers in one with the left hand.
He got 7 straight. Mario, okay.
Yeah, but Mario was patient right here. Once right, left, he
got into the body of Jay Rich.
Yeah,
Nice.
he was able to get down, but that's just being patient that time by Rio to allow the middle to open up.
8 straight, okay.
13-point lead now for Tri-State. Again, Tri-State just 7 points away from victory. Denman.
That's a foul, ref.
Twice.
It's a foul, ref. Look.
4 on the shot clock. Summers, pull. Here's Scale, open for 3. Yes.
All the
The lead is just 10.
11 straight.
One that was at balloon to like 20, down to just 10 now.
Well, it's a difference between, you said this, Nate, making and missing shots.
Yep.
Shots 3's company had, they just couldn't knock them in. The layups missed, the open jump shots. Now they found a little rhythm. I think a smart play by Michael Cooper also by putting Alex Scales in, got more spacing on the court. You got shooting. Again, Beasley, like to see him come back, but he doesn't look too excited right now about returning to the game, but we'll see.
We got the doctor mic'd up for sound.
Good start, baby. Good start. Best shot. At least you got to hit the rim. Yeah. You don't hit the rim, there's automatic turnover +2. You got to pick it up and shoot 2.
I couldn't imagine being a kid back in the day watching Dr. J perform and doing his thing back. It's like crazy, right? It's crazy.
Unreal, bro. And I caught him. Again, I grew up a Sixer fan because of Dr. J. And watching just how he played the game, it was so effortless. And I mean, think about this, what he was able to do in the ABA. The dynamics of bringing that game to the NBA with the Nets and then that Philly. And I still go back to Moses Guthrie.
Oh, they hustle.
Let's just say Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah, they hustle. They hustle.
Chalmers lays it in.
13-0 run.
Yeah, but they're playing with more of a sense of urgency, too.
Yeah, energy's picked up.
So if you Michael Cooper, you're like, well, why didn't we have this activity earlier? Maybe we wouldn't be down as much and have to exert so much more energy to get back in the game.
Well, as a player, I'm gonna say, well, coach, man, you got the energy guys in the game now off the bench. Juju, you got Alex.
That's
like,
true.
You know what I'm saying? You got the energy guys in.
Julian Wright, Alex Scales, Mario Chalmers have led this comeback. A 13-0 run by 3's company. Wipe up some of these wet spots on the floor. That goes to what you're talking about. Julian Wright diving on the floor for that loose ball.
Hey, when you want to win, it'll show. It'll show by how they play. They just gotta get a bucket. They ain't got a bucket anymore.
Here's Denman. He's a bucket getter.
There it is.
And that time they wanted to get the switch.
Yeah, he wanted to get the post
with
up.
Summers down low, but because of Denman's speed, you give him a little bit of cushion. You know, with that space, he'll make it like he did with that 3.
Here's Scales. Step back 3. Short. 4-point shot. Could win it. Reach by Scales.
Hey, Nate, so when you had 4 points to win the game, did you have a strategy within the team that utilized the 4-point shot, or was it if it became available?
If it's open, like you take it if it's open. Like me, I would take it just if it was open. I'm taking that shot, but you know we want to get the best shot possible. If that's 2 layups and we win the game, that's whatever it takes to win.
Jay Rich pulled that 3, no good.
Because if you don't make that 4-point, you airball. It's a layup.
It's a layup, yeah. But it's part of the strategy, part of the game too, on when to utilize it and how to utilize it. That shot.
Yeah, I think to really get that shot, to make it like part of the game is early in the first half. Take a couple just to see where it's at, so you may make one in the second.
Right. Here's Summers. 3's good.
One down.
Just a point away from victory is Tri-State now.
Point game, Tri-State.
Here's Chalmers for 4. Too strong.
Oh.
I'm taking that foul. I would have just tackled him.
Well, let's go back to Summers play. This is where I think drafting is important, especially in this league, to be able to get a post player that can pick and pop and shoot.
Yeah. Scale for 4. That's an air ball.
You know what I'm saying, Nate? Because that adds so much value to court spacing in your pick and roll game when you have a shooter coming off, but also a big that can
spread it out
and shoot.
You see, he was posting up. He would have posted up Mario Chalmers on that. Would have got probably would have got a bucket. But he's so comfortable out there dribbling the ball and shooting. Like, it's good to be able to spread the court.
Denton for the win.
Free throw is about to win it.
And it rolls off.
2 for the game.
Justin Denton will go to the line here. Knocks down this free throw. This game is over.
Look how quick he got from A to B. And that time,
Mario.
Julian Wright, he
didn't want to leave.
He didn't want to leave. He stunned it, but he knew he had the shooter, so the lane was open with that.
Denton at the line, and for the win. Good. Tri-State gets a 50-35 victory, thanks in large part to Jason Richardson. He had 21. DeJuan Summers was phenomenal. He had 18. And how about Justin Denton? He has 10 as well. Tri-State gets their first victory of the season. They're now 1-1. 3's company falls to 1-1. They suffer their first loss of the season. Let's go to Scal now with one of the coolest cats in the world, the Doctor.
I'm here with Dr. J. Congratulations on the first win. Thank you. Good to have Jay Rich back, right?
Oh man, made all the difference in the world. Practice last night, locker room today, and on the floor. I mean, he's our guy. We needed him.
You have big expectations. Even Larry Sanders could have made an impact, but DeJuan Summers in the second half really turned this thing around.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of reminded me a little bit of somebody we had last year, Big Earl. I didn't know he had that type of range, so that was a good find.
All right, congratulations, Doc.
Hey, Scal.
Whoa, one more question.
Scal, is that Versace he got on?
Everybody's wondering, is that Versace? Who? Is that Versace?
Absolutely.
I told you, boy, that man's closet crazy. Shoes to match, too. Absolutely.
That's how you start. Tri-State,
that's funny.
The victory. We got a couple of unbeaten teams coming up next. It's the Big 3 here in Chicago.